Lights, camera, debate, ignite, passion strong under the spotlight. Tune in for the clash, tune in for the spark. The critic and the cynic light up the dark.
Welcome back to The Critic and the Cynic, a film called Holiday Crashers. Holiday Crashers, which came out on October 19th, stars the likes of Lindsay Fonseca, Daniela Monet, Chris McNally, sounds familiar, and a whole bunch of other people I've never seen before. This is definitely full of people I have no idea who they are.
I will say that the poster for this one, and I know you guys can't see this, but it's a lot more fun.
It's a lot more festive. The other one was festive too, but you had your main characters that were just posing like your typical romance book cover. And this one actually has like friends on some Polaroids against a tablecloth that's very Christmassy. But there is no judging a book by the cover, okay? That means nothing. Okay, so here is our premise. Our premise is best friends Tony and Bree have worked at the same card shop for more years than they should, as both struggle to find their true life's path. This holiday season, Tony and Bree decide to shake up their humdrum world by creating new identities to crash the amazing Christmas parties from the shop's confidential invitations. All harmless fun, until Tony gets mistaken for a lawyer, which isn't too far off the mark since she did finish law school, just never completed the bar exam. Tony and Bree are then whisked away to a fancy corporate Christmas retreat in the snowy Vermont mountains by handsome business mogul Justin McNally, whose crush on Tony is real, even if her legal career's not. You gotta love Christmas movies when it has a lot to do with deception and lying.
And why is it always Vermont? Like, they always go there.
Oh, it's so dreamy and homey and cozy. I don't know. Have you ever been to Vermont?
I don't think so.
I think I've been to Vermont.
I think I've always driven around it.
Well, needless to say, I'm actually more curious about this based off of the plot than the first one, because the first one was a tale as old as time, and this one seems a little bit...
It has been done before.
They're all going to be done before. I guarantee nothing that we read is going to be like, oh my gosh, this is a brilliant idea. Thank goodness Hallmark's... No. But compared to the other one, it feels a little bit more original, but they both deal with deception so that they can have a little bit of drama near the end, and then that's when they find out true love actually means. And then there you go. However, this one is rated lower. It has 51 ratings on track for 71%.
See, but this one, I was on board up until we got to the handsome business mogul.
Well, you're gonna get that.
Because then I'm just like, why is it always some like handsome rich guy that's
it's going
to save the girl?
It is Hallmark. Why are you complaining? That's literally what you're gonna get with Hallmark movies, whether you're talking about Christmas or you're talking about some other holiday or you're just talking about a random Hallmark movie. That is what you're gonna get. You're gonna get that weird shirtless guy on the cover movie poster. Like, yay! Though there is no shirtless guy on this poster. Okay,
no, they are fully clothed.
They're fully clothed. All right, thumbs up. Though, like, okay, so which ones? Okay, so Tony and Bree, they're both ladies. They said Justin's the business mogul. So there's more than one guy on the poster, though.
Yeah,
it's this other one, isn't it? It's this Vinny character that's not mentioned in the thing at all.
Well, her friend has to have a love interest as well, of course.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm thinking this one, it's a toss-up. I think the other one's going to be crappy. I think this one's a toss-up. It could be crappy. It could be okay, I think.
2 hours later.
All right, so general thoughts about this one.
Well, I thought it was a lot. There were a lot of different storylines and probably way too many different storylines. It was convoluted.
It felt like it was written and directed by 17 different people, and then they had to go through reshoots because it's like, I'm not happy with this. I'm going to do it a different way. It's all over the place.
I did like the fact that we had two female characters and they had a strong friendship, and it wasn't about them fighting or anything at any point. They just were good friends and they continued on that path throughout.
Though when the movie first began, you basically paused it right off the get-go and you're like, well, I don't like these two women.
Yeah, they took a second to get used to their characters, their general style, flair, personalities. It did take a second to warm up to that.
I agree, but for the most part, I always liked one of the girls and the other one annoyed the crap out of me. So that was what was going on with me. I would say a majority of the world, not the world, those that actually watched the movie, there seems to be a common agreement going that I also agree with. And that is, it had a strong foundation, and it was going good at a certain point when it was actually going with the gimmick of the title, and that is the Crashers part of the story. But then it abandons this concept in order to focus a lot more on like a very business side of things, and it's just boring. It's just, I don't care about anything that's going on. And so, to be fair, I lost track and was not paying attention for a majority of the movie because I was just like, I don't care. It's not that it was bad per se, like with bad performances other than what you expect to find out of Hallmark, but it was just bad in the sense of I'm bored.
And yeah, that is true.
You looked over at me, you're like, you're not gonna put the crap button on this one, are you? I'm like, first of all, it's too early to say, but second of all, no, like I said, it's not crap. It's not a crap movie. They're not making crappy decisions. It's just boring. And I don't consider boring to be crap. I think they actually have to go out of their way to either offend you or to actually do things really badly. And I just don't think that's the case here. This is just a plain and simple, boring movie. I think that we're going to end up with a lot of these as we go on.
But to go back towards the positive, another theme was finding your path in life, because these two main characters were stagnant. They were just trying to figure out what they wanted to do with their life and, you know, how they were going to get to their ultimate goals and path. And I did like the idea of this finding what your path is in like an unorthodox fashion.
Yeah. And my main positive is the poster looks better than the first one that we watched. That is a positive about the movie. It's a technical thing. It's talking about marketing, okay? As far as marketing's considered, not bad, right? Thumbs up. Overall, it's definitely worse than the first one. It's yet to see which one is the worst of the week, I should say, or best of the week even. But this one, if you had to rate it out of whatever you rated it last time,
I did percent.
Yeah.
So probably 50. It wasn't bad. It
Right
wasn't
down the
good.
middle.
It was just.
I would say 50 is a really good. That's probably what I would put it in the ballpark as well. Just a nice 50, like a C minus type of. It's just average. It's just. I'll forget about it. Even if I was paying closer attention than I was, I guarantee I'd still be forgetting what it was because there's just nothing about it.